So welcome back, this is PJ Babiak. I have stripped down the rear end of the bike, and now it's a matter of physics, because the front end, as you can see, the kickstand, I had some blocks underneath it, lifted it up, so that means that it's normally going to lift off the back wheel a little bit. So that means that the front end is definitely up a little bit higher, and I'm assuming it's, oh, somebody's home, and I'm assuming that it's probably going to mess up my light in here. Change the physics a little bit. Like when the engine's on, it's going to go down a little bit, which might end up making it about flat. But when I chop this, I think I might want to lower it. Like, you see how it's like that? I think I want to have it back up a little bit, as long as it doesn't bottom out, and as long as it doesn't get too low when I take turns. Oh, and so now I've got this Showa shock that I got from Buell Blast. It's not adjustable, so I need to work out some things. I'm going to do some drawings in a little bit to show you. But, you know, it's going to be mounted in here like this, and I'm thinking usually what you do when you bob them out is you chop this part off right here, and you take off all of this and you cut it off right about there. Now I repurposed this part from the other frame and put that onto the front over there. I think that I'm going to be able to repurpose it here, hopefully, and weld part of it onto this and another part of it onto here. Because I'm going to be adding 7 inches to here, I don't know how many inches that's going to be. It looks like it's about maybe 7 right here, and if I add 7 to it, then I'll have 15, 14, and between here and here is 16 inches. So I can cut it a little bit shorter. But that right there is going to give me something to use. The exact same kind of thing right there with the physics of it is going to give me a mounting spot up here that's away from the wheel, because the wheel's going to be back here, remember, to have a couple of, it's going to be turned around the other way. So imagine I mount some, I put a couple of mounts right here, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. That'll be vertical right there, so that I can change the angle of the shock to get it closer or further away from the axis where it's going, because I had on the other bike it mounted really low, and it was mounted like right there, which is kind of what they do on some, but I noticed that they manufacture the mount to come up a little bit higher to get that right angle, the proper angle for the right pressure. And I can't adjust the pressure on this shock because it's not adjustable, so I gotta work that out. I'm going to take apart my other bike's shock, I'm going to put this one on it, and I'm going to see, does it work correctly, and maybe I have to think about that angle and keep it the same or change it. But I'll be able to definitely make a couple of different mounts, I'm hoping, when I extend this and put this back on it. And it's going to be a different kind of setup. There's going to be, you know, the main shock mount right there, and I'm going to mount the seat, which will probably be hopefully right about here, about the same spot as this. And the original seat came up to about here. So already you have a much better riding position, I'm hoping.